I make another video, man. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm sick and tired of the bullshit in this society, man. My title of the video is Pookie and Ray Ray are winning out here, man. It's there's no way else to explain it, man. The dudes out here that are really getting women, that are having kids, are the Pookies and Ray Rays, man. Women choose the worst possible man when it comes on to dating. They choose to deal with men that are in and out of prison, guys that are have a criminal track sheet. They have a history of killing people, robbing people, fighting, do all type of criminal activities. People who sell drugs, people who like guys who do these things always get attention from women. They always get women in their prime. They always get women when they are the most attractive. They always get a woman when she is the most fertile. Like she has the highest chances of having a kid. They produce and mate with the worst guys out there. Pookie and Ray Ray are winning in the dating scene. They're getting the cream of the crop with these women. Guys like me who are blue collar workers who are striving to be something in life, who have their head on right, that are trying to do the right thing, we get ignored by women. We get put in the friend zone. We get treated like shit. Or if you are talking to a woman, they want to take it slow, or they're not ready yet to open up and become available for you. They play constant mind games, have you running around in circles with them, never to get anything out of the deal. You put more into them than they put into you. You're more invested into them than they are invested into you. You feel like you're doing more work than necessary to get their attention, while they're not giving any of that feeling or attention you're giving them back to you. They're not reciprocating all that, any of that feeling or emotions back to you. The dating scene is rigged, man. We out here are not winning out here, man. Guys like me, average dudes, we always get the short end of the stick. We get the shitty end of the deal, so to speak. Cause I would say I'm an average guy. I don't really, I'm not out here bragging about how much money I make. I'm not out here trying to prove anything. Cause I don't got anything to prove to these motherfuckers. I'm just doing what makes me happy. I've just tried to make the most of my life, make the most of my opportunities, but yet it just seems like even after doing these things, I don't get the respect I believe I deserve from these women. These women don't acknowledge or appreciate good men. And I'm just speaking in general terms here because it shouldn't be so much work, right, for a man to attract a woman. It always seemed like the guys who are getting females, it's not always, it's a fact. The guys who are getting women attention, a woman to chase after them, are the guys who don't even have, they don't have their things, they don't have this stuff together. The guys that don't even are not stable. The guys that don't even got some type of integrity. The guys, I would say, dudes out here that are in and out of prison, that have a criminal history, that are doing things illegally, they are the ones who are getting approval and validation from women. Women always chase after those type of men. Guys out here who are like trying to just just go out there and work and try to make something for themselves. Women overlook those type of men. They don't even acknowledge them. And I'm saying Pookie and Ray Ray are winning out here because these guys out here, these niggas, these thugs, these ninjas, right? These dudes could be like dead broke. They're gonna have no money, and they always got bitches throwing themselves at them. They always got bitches throwing themselves at them. Bitches always want to give up the pussy to those dudes. Bitches always want to be in a relationship with these dudes. These dudes could be like abusive to them. These dudes have no like father traits. They're not qualified to be fathers, but women have kids by these men. They open their legs to these type of men, and they just have attraction to those type of men. And it's like, wow, being just a regular dude is just frowned upon. It's not even acknowledged in this society. Speaking the truth and saying what is necessary, people hate you for that. People want to see you fail. If you're a good guy, right? If you got your shit together, if you're doing things that you need to do in order to get somewhere in life, people pray for your downfall. People don't want to see you rise up. People don't want to see you do well. And a lot of women would want to see you miserable because they don't love good men. They don't. They despise them. They also want to compete with you because they okay, if you're a good guy, they feel like they could do better than you. But the guys who don't got his shit together, the guys who straight up just are thugs, women always seem to flock to those type of men. They always seem to choose those guys, and they could care less about these women. In fact, all they want is a pussy. They get it. They get the best out of the woman. They get the best, while guys who don't participate in that type of lifestyle always get the short end of the stick. They always get the woman at the point where they're not as attractive as they used to be. They are not they're not able to produce kids, and if they do, there's a risk of them having some pregnancy going wrong. Like, I don't believe I should ever settle for a woman when she is no longer in her prime. Like, there's no deal out of it. Like, at the end of the day, as a guy, as a man, you want to have, you want to start a family, you want to start a legacy, but you don't want to be with someone who have a history of dealing with multiple men, and then they want you to stay committed to them. They want you to lock them down, like they want to lock you down in marriage. When they had a body count of over 10, 20, 30 men, there's no point of you marrying a woman that has a high body count. If a woman has a high body count, she's not precious. She don't have any value anymore. Her she can't to me, it's like guys already had fun with her body. So there's nothing to there's nothing to treasure or nothing to value. And in that sense, like, why would you marry somebody like that? Majority of these women are ran through. Like in their 20s, they sleep with multiple men. They ride the cock carousel, and the guys they usually sleep with are the typical Pookie and Ray Ray type of dudes. So once those guys ran through these women, once they run through these women, they're not gonna commit to them. Obviously, they're not gonna be there long term. They're only there for a season, and once they get their fun out of it, they end up leaving the woman, and a lot of times they end up leaving the woman with babies. And these men don't commit. They don't stay with these women. So after these women have a bunch of kids out of wedlock, then they want to talk about, oh, any guys that want to deal with me have to marry me, and they want you to take on the sloppy seconds and clean up the mess that the toxic dudes that they were dealing with left. So it's the dating scene. Like I'm saying, it's really fucked up because good guys don't get rewarded for their effort. In fact, it's like it's looked down upon to being an average guy. Like, if you're out here working a regular 9 to 5 job, most women say, "Oh, you're not good enough because you're not making enough a certain amount of money." A lot of them tend to overlook the average dudes. They think they deserve better, but the guys that are not even working, that are in and out of prison, that are doing illegal shit, women don't have these standards to those guys. In fact, they all like submit to those guys, and they let the dude have fun with their bodies, but the guy is really not in it for them. If you get what I'm saying. So it's like Pookie and Ray Ray are the ones that are winning out here, man. It's like it's so hard to be a regular person because it's like I don't see no fruit of my labor, so to speak. When people tell you, oh, if you work hard, you do the right thing, eventually things will work out for you. I feel like this is a modern woman nowadays. It's hard to find a woman that holds the same qualities and the virtues that you have, that is not expecting you to make a certain amount of money, be a certain height, have a certain looks, all these superficial um, standards she may have towards you. She's not gonna have it towards a guy that don't even follow those rules. If you get what I'm saying. So it's really is a lose lose situation when it comes on to guys, like average guys out here, because we are never able to get the best out of a woman, if especially when we want, to start a family. We feel like we have everything we need. We are doing it the right. We're doing it the right way, right? We're going out there. We're working. We have, our stuff together. We have our own place, and yet it's still a struggle just to find a decent woman that will be willing to settle down and start a family with you. It's like, why should it be so difficult if you're doing the right thing to find a woman that's willing to, you know, to live with you, and not like live with you, but willing to be your partner and help you start a family. You get what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be this difficult. It shouldn't be this much work. But it's like all the time. I'm seeing it all the time. After talking to multiple women, they all act the same, and they all play these fucking games where they lead you on, have you running around in circles, have you gaslighting you, thinking that you have a chance of something happening, when what happened is that they end up taking you for a ride, like an emotional roller coaster, and then eventually they end up leaving you empty-handed. And the guys they choose to deal with are the worst possible guys that you could think of. The guys who don't even got their shit together. And it's just like frustrating to me, because it's like, what else can you do? If you're doing everything you need to do in your life to better yourself as a man, why should it be difficult for you to attract a woman? And it's not because of the lack of confidence. It's not because of the lack of effort, or you're not trying hard and all that bullshit. People always say, "Oh, you're not going out. You're not interacting with women. You need to just put yourself out there. You need to get outside of your comfort zone." These are the things that people tell you when you're saying you haven't, these women are just not choosing you for whatever reason. They will tell you the same rhetoric, that the reason why you're not getting a woman is because you're not interacting with enough women. But every time I interact with a woman, and I'm not someone who always try to play the pity game, because I've had success before, but it's just the nonstop games you got to deal with these modern women is ridiculous, yo. They will literally waste your time talking to you for weeks upon weeks, and just basically have you thinking that there's a chance of anything going forward, when all they wanted to use it for was your time, your energy, and most of all they wanted from you was attention. Once they got the attention part of it out of you, they don't even want anything else. And it's like, why am I doing with this bullshit? Like, why should it be so difficult for me to find a good quality woman that can, I wouldn't say good woman, because these women don't even are not they're not decent anymore. They're trash. I see it every time. Like I'll give you an example. Like, I was talking to this woman, and just interact with her at the bishop. Initially, I thought she was a cool chick. She seemed like she seemed like a decent person, until like our true colors started to show. And this is a woman that claimed to be a Christian, right? This is when I know these women are full of shit. So this woman who claimed to be a Christian, claimed to be in the church. All of a sudden, she wanted me to give her. She asked me a question out of the blue. Or do you have earrings, or you have tattoos? This is when I know these are the typical guys that women select. the toxic guys, because this bitch has the audacity to ask me if I have earrings or tattoo. And then I'm like, what the hell that has to do with me? Like, why does that even matter? You getting to know me. She's like, well, that's my preference. I like guys that have tattoos. I like guys that have earrings, right? And it just reminded me, oh, if I was a regular Pookie, oh, you would definitely want me. But because I'm just an average guy, all of a sudden you're making these standards and stuff. You're making it hard. But it kind of reminds me that, like, your average guy, we all basically, what it comes on to being average. I'm not even talking about, oh, you just doing nothing. Like, you're out there doing something. You may be active not just with work, but you active in other things, areas in your life. But you're not out here doing anything illegal, right? You're just doing the regular thing you're supposed to do. But these women all of a sudden have these ridiculous standards with guys that are out here just making something for themselves, while guys who don't really abide by those same rules don't have those same standards. Um, they don't have those same standards for those guys. So the bitch was telling me, "Oh, that's my preference, and you can't really force me to like you like that." But here's the funny thing, right? She said some bullshit like, "I find you to be handsome, but you're not like sexy." And I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, so you find me to be handsome, but I'm not sexy. So I'm not. I don't get your pussy wet. I don't. It's like when they say stuff like that, it just reminds me how superficial and how stupid these fucking dumb bitches are. And I have no respect for these hoes, because the way I get treated is like, wow, you get shitted on if you're a good guy, because women will tell you all these bullshit. Oh, you're not this and that. But it's like the guys who don't even got shit to get shit together, they get respect from these bitches, man. Josh Skillful said, also forgive if I turn out non-responsive for the rest of the stream as I start work in a few minutes. Oh, no worries, bro. No worries. Take care of your business, man. Happy New Year's Eve. I don't celebrate these holiday shit. I don't celebrate it anyways. Not my thing, but enjoy the rest of your day at work, man. Hope you get everything, your day. Hope your day goes well and you accomplish everything you set out to do. And just keep working hard, and hopefully, you get where you get something out of it. But anyways, but I'm get back to my point. Before I lose my train of thought. I'm really fed up with this dating scene, man. I'm fed up with it. I'm tired of the games. I'm tired of the manipulation. I'm tired of the fucking bullshit shit I gotta deal with these women. And I'm not someone who like to complain. I like to speak the truth, and I like to see what's going on in this culture. It's something fucked up, bro. It's fucked up, because I see constantly the guys who are toxic, that don't got, bro. These dudes could be literally a bum in the street. These dudes could be living in their mom's basement, right? And yet women will throw themselves at them. Women will always seem to chase after those type of men. Women will give their best years of their lives to those type of men. Guys who have I got my own house, not my own house, but I got my own place, right? I'm paying my own rent. I'm not living off of somebody else. I'm not leeching off of somebody else. I am not only working, but I'm in good shape, and I am taking care of myself physically, mentally. I'm doing all the things I need to do. But when I interact with women, right, it's almost as if they feel like I don't know, measure up to those. I don't measure up, or they just play these games to waste your fucking time, man. And the guys who smoke weed all day, they drink constantly. Yo, those guys women be flocking to those guys, man. The dating scene is fucking rigged, bro. It's rigged, man. Um, But Josh Skillful, man, I know you can relate to this, because I know you've been struggling with these women, man. And I don't like to call myself an incel. I don't like to use none of those terms, because I believe those words means that they have a negative connotation to it. And I'm not an insult by any means because I've had success with women before, but the games that they put you through is like it's not even necessary because constantly trying to prove yourself to someone who don't even value you because they think you're not worth your time. It's like it's draining on the body and man. It's like the mind. It's draining on the soul because but think about it. There are guys who don't even have to put much effort into getting a woman to like them. It shouldn't be much walls and barriers that you got to go through just to get access to a woman, love and affection. Because when it comes down to it, man, it really is like the guys who don't live by the rules are the guys who are out there just doing whatever they want. They get the best out of the woman, and they get the woman. Like, think about it. You got guys out here, right? You got niggas. I'm not saying guys. These niggas out here, right? That are like in and out of prison, right? They have a criminal rap sheet. They have killed people before. They have robbed and stolen from the community, from their own community, right? These people don't have no regards for human life, no regards for others. They don't respect other people's property. They don't respect others people's life. They have no regard for anyone. Yet they have so a lot of validation and attention from women. Why are these women giving their best years of their lives to the worst possible man? Why is it that those men always seem to have access to the most attractive looking women, and yet these women don't even have these standards to these guys? They don't have the same standards they have to a regular guy, right? You got to make this amount of money. For some odd reason, women always seem to gravitate to those men, and they will be submissive to them. They will give pussy. They wouldn't have the guy wait for sex. You know how sometimes when you talking to women and they say, "Oh, I'm not really ready for sex." Oh, not sex. Let me see. What's the word they would say? I want to take things slow. Yeah, yeah, that's what they usually say. So they'll say this to the average guy, right? And there's nothing wrong with being. When I say average, I don't want it to mean like, oh, you're just like doing the bare minimum just to get by in life. I'm talking about just a regular, clean cut guy, right? That's just out here working a regular job, or may have a business and is doing other things, not just working, but doing other things. But he's not out here doing anything crazy, you know. When you're just that type of guy, right? You got these women who tell you, "Oh, I just want to take things slow. I'm not really ready for a relationship, or I don't really know yet if I want to go further with this." Right? You're in the beginning stages talking to them, and this is what they usually tell you, right? And I'm talking from experience, man. I'm not saying things just to say it. I'm talking from experience. But then the guy that does the complete opposite, right? He posts on TikTok or Instagram. He smokes weed. All he does is smokes weed and drink liquor every day. And then the same girl, the same bitch that's telling you, oh, she wants to take things slow, is not telling that guy that she wants to take things slow. She chasing after his validation. She's loving his post. She's telling him, oh, she's laughing at things he's saying. She is she's showing some attraction to him, but she's not having those same standards that she has towards you. She's not telling him, "Oh, we should take things slow. I'm not ready for this relationship," or "I'm not sure." She don't give him that level of disdain, or she doesn't have those same requirements for those guys. Those guys could literally be in and out, bro, smoking, drinking. I know dudes like I know people like that that are like that. They smoke, right? They smoke weed. They drink. All they do is do this. All they do is that every single day, right? And they don't. They women will literally gravitate to them and wouldn't have no requirements of what they want in him. They don't see no character flaws in those type of men. And that's just the way the dating scene is set up right now. It's really designed to like it's like in a way the guys who are not living by the rules. I'm not even saying the rules. The guys that don't really got anything going for themselves are like really toxic. They get rewarded for their toxic behavior. It's like bad is good and good is bad. So the guys who are out here doing the regular thing. God, oh, and here's another thing too. Women don't like average guys, or you talking about the regular guys out here, because they find them to be boring. Women will say these guys are lame, they're boring, they're weird, they're strange, they're creepy. They have all these negative stuff, or you call those stigma attached to guys like that because they are just doing the regular thing they need to do. But women, all of a sudden, they don't find them to be attractive because they're not in and out of prison. They don't have a criminal rap sheet. They're not abusive. You know, some women love abusive men. They love men because they say a man has to dominate me, right? A man has to take control. So they want a guy that can physically impose his will on them, verbally be abusive. If they don't want a guy just like regular, just speak to them. And that's why I'm saying they love toxic men. They love toxic men. And I'm gonna make this separate video that it's not this video, but it's gonna be about Pookie and Ray Ray is taking out these women, and I have no sympathy for them. But that's a different topic for another day. I might post that live today or tomorrow, depending on how I feel. But the reason why I say Pookie and Ray Ray are winning out here because they are the ones that are having kids. They're the ones that are breeding with these women, and they're passing on their genes, their bastard ass seeds to the next generation, and repeating the same cycle over and over again. So when you think about it, right, and how the dating scene is set up, it really is not in the best interest of a regular guy to start a family because most of these women are not even marriage material and they don't even want to start a family with a regular guy. They only want you after their looks fades away, after they don't have those nice looking features anymore, when they're not as most attractive, and when they have a bunch of kids out of wedlock, that's when they come running after a guy. And they want you to play the role of a stepdaddy. And me, I refuse to take care of another man's kids. Like if I got my shit together and I'm working on myself and I'm doing everything I need to do, how do you expect me as a single man to go take care of your own kids that are not mine? I didn't create those kids. That's not my responsibility. And some of these women feel entitled that you as a average guy that's single should take care of a kid that you haven't created and that's your responsibility. No, that's not my fucking responsibility. Those are not my kids. I didn't make them. So those are not my that's it. Those are I'm not required to do anything for your kid. I don't care less what you think about it. I was talking to this other bitch. She was acting like she was too good for me. When I try to ask for her number, she's like, seriously? She was putting up on this front like she's too good. And I said, listen, bitch, I didn't say word for word like this, right? But this is what I was basically saying. I didn't say this word for word, but I was like, you should be lucky that I'm even talking to you because you have 4 fucking kids. Most guys wouldn't even deal with a single mother. Most guys wouldn't even deal with a woman when they found out that she has kids. But you have 4. And yet I'm trying to talk to you and you acting like you're too good for me. She got in her feelings and emotions saying how can you talk about my kids and why would you bring them up? And I'm like, I'm just speaking the truth because most guys wouldn't want to deal with a woman that have kids. Most guys want to, start their own family, but they don't want to take on the responsibility of raising somebody else's some other man's seed, like taking care of another man's seed. That's not their responsibility. So she got in her feelings. She went off and talking about how would you feel if I was to say that if he had kids? I'm like, it's not the same with a guy having kids versus a woman having kids, because when a guy have kids, usually they're with their mom, and a guy can have more than one woman, and we're not the same with women. Like a woman when she gets pregnant, she's stuck with the child, right? A man can have kids by multiple women. And not I'm not promoting that bullshit where guys just have kids with multiple, like have kids, leaving them with single mothers. I'm not promoting that lifestyle. But what I'm trying to say is this: when it comes on to women being single mothers, I'm not responsible for taking care of your own kid. And this is the thing I can't stand about this society, is that women feel entitled for a guy to spend money on a kid that's not his. And then that's when they want the good man to come into the picture. It's like after she been ran through by the Pookie and the Ray Ray, and she has a bunch of kid out of wedlock, she want the good guy to come in and play the stepdaddy role and take care of another man's seed, which is not my responsibility, and I'm not gonna do that. And I don't want you anyways because you passed your prime. I might use you for sex and all that shit, but I'm not gonna take you seriously. What I'm trying to say is that they only want you after their value has plummeted. When their looks faded away and they don't have their body don't look as sexy as it used to, that's when they want to deal with you. But it's just the dating scene is rigged, man. It's all fucked up. It's really is messed up. But I just don't know what to say, man. I'm really tired and fed up with this society. It's a freaking mind fucking fuck, yo. It's like you're on a hamster wheel. You're running around in circles, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere. And when it comes onto the hamster wheel analogy, you're chasing after the what do you call it? The dream, the American dream. Well, it's just like you're chasing after the idea that you're gonna eventually find a woman where you could settle down with, you could start a family, you could live happily ever after. That shit doesn't exist, man. It's a fairy tale. You're gonna be running around the hamster wheel for a very long time because these women, they all choose the same type of man, and it's a nonstop. It's just the same shit. It's the same shit over and over again. It's the same shit over and over again, bro. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this video up. I really believe that I have a lot of just I am really fed up and sick. I'm sick of this culture, man. I'm sick of this society. It's like nothing changes. Everything gets from bad to worse. And I'm not looking forward to the New Year's. I know I'm happy. I'm grateful to live to see another year. We have one more day left, right? Many people don't live to see the New Year's, but it's the same bullshit you're gonna have to deal with these women. Nothing's gonna change. These women are gonna be even worse. They're gonna even be more worse than they were before. You know what I'm saying? The dating scene is not gonna change. Women are gonna become more toxic than already are, and they're gonna keep choosing these type of men. And these men are not going to devote any time and energy into building a relationship with them. All they want is the pussy. And guys really, and women delusional. They think that these men really care about them. The man don't give a fuck about you. All you want is your pussy. He don't care about you. But anyways, I'm about to finish this video up. Thank you for watching, and I might come with another live stream. Have a good one. Peace.